Hi everyone, my name is Ingrid and I am the producer and host of Ingrid's World. Well, welcome back, and I am thrilled to welcome to the show the Prince William County chapter Virginia of Jack and Jill of America Incorporated. They are celebrating over 40 years of service to the community in Prince William County, Virginia. Yes, you heard me right, 40 years of service. We will meet Alene Devereaux, the 19th chapter president. Alene Devereaux led the chapter through its 40th year celebration. 40 years of service by performing community service activities and awarding several scholarships to deserving high school students. Yet, we are extremely fortunate to welcome to the show Dr. Frances K. Wood, the organizer and first president of Prince William County chapter of Jack and Jill of America Incorporated. Dr. Wood laid the groundwork for the phenomenal chapter that it is now. And we have a special guest. Who do we have on the show?
Riley Devereaux.
Riley Devereaux! And Riley is in Jack and Jill, so you get to hear firsthand what it's like to be in Jack and Jill. Well, welcome to the show, each and every one of you. So thrilled that you're here. Thank you. So give me a background in terms of where the chapter is now. Alene?
So the Prince William County, Virginia chapter, the two-time, five-star, phenomenal Prince William County, are doing well. We have over 53 families that serve Prince William County, Fauquier County, the city of Manassas, and the city of Manassas Park. And the 53 families, we have over 100 children.
Wow.
And so we work together through our programming, our community service, and just try to make a difference in Prince William County community.
That's amazing. So how was the chapter, was it 40 years ago? So Dr. Wood, how was the chapter organized?
Okay, the chapter was organized with the first meeting at my home. And we had 10 mothers who lived in Prince William County to come to my home for the initial meeting.
Wow, that must have been really amazing. What was going on in Prince William County at the time in 1984?
Actually, 1981.
Oh, 81.
Yes, that's when we started.
Mm-hmm.
That's when we started, 1981.
Okay.
And there were lots of activities. One thing that I noted during the time that we had more families moving to Prince William County.
Oh.
And families with younger children.
With younger children.
And so I think that made a difference as well.
Makes a difference, my goodness. Now let's fast forward, and now 40 years later, what's going on now with children and families? And we'll even flip it to Riley, president of the chapter. What is going on there?
We have been very, very busy serving our community through community service, through fundraising, through education, trying to understand this new thing of STEM and STEAM that didn't exist 40 years ago, and really just making sure that our children are prepared for the future with the support of the mothers, the fathers, and wonderful associate jewels like yourself.
Wow, thank you so much. And now, Riley, what is it like being a Jack and Jill? A Jack and Jill child from 2 to 19. You've been in Jack and Jill. What is it like?
I would just explain it like a place that fosters opportunities. There's always just something to do, a different activity to attend. We're always having the opportunity to meet like a different people who come from different backgrounds and are in different work fields, so we can really just test things out to see what's best.
Oh, I love it. She's our new spokesperson.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Love it.
I love it. Thank you so much. Well, because I think what it's all about is really what you're trying to do for the community. So we'll see these beautiful pictures of the whole chapter. Tell us about what we're seeing. I think I see a community service activity going on.
Yeah, so community service is one of the core components of Jack and Jill being Jack and Jill. And so we do a lot of community service, but the picture is from the MLK Day of Service, where we partner with Kids Against Hunger, and we packed 30,000 meals. And those meals benefited the people that were part of the LA fire in January 2025. And so it's something that everyone participates, from the littlest children, as far as, packing rice, to the fathers. And so we try to make sure we do numerous activities throughout the year, so people know, much is given, we expect much from them. And so it's an opportunity for children to learn service.
What was your impression about doing that particular activity? How did you like it?
I was actually the community service chair for the teens for the event. So I was part of the planning, and just seeing how, coming from setup to seeing the ending result, see how everyone came together from different walks of life to get together and fight for a really good cause. So I was really satisfied with the work that us teens specifically put in to help the event and how it came overall.
So Dr. Wood, let's flip it back and talk about 40 years ago. What were some of the activities that you were doing with teens and, with our community?
Okay, in terms of the different age group, we had several age groups, like beginning, 2 to 5, and then, you go right on up, and each age group had specific activities. And then there were activities that we did as a group, and some of them were community service activities. Some of them involved activities where the children would go to different events and participate. And so there were like many activities, but they were based upon the age group. And for each age group, you had a mother in charge of that particular age group, and they could plan with the mothers in that particular age group. So there were like varied activities.
So it sounds like, when I talk with the chapter president, Alene, has that changed in terms of the mission of how you manage things in Jack and Jill?
It's actually very similar to what Dr. Wood just described. We have our 5 age groups, service children 2 to 19. We may expand it to different thrusts. We have educational, cultural, recreational, health, civic, community service. But I would say maybe the biggest change, because the core mission is the same, is that just to focus African American children, we've expanded to include all children and the community. And so I think in more recent years, last decade, Jack and Jill has made sure that we focus and have activities not just for our children, but also consistently for the greater community. And we make sure that they also get to take advantage of all the wonderful activities we have.
Fantastic. A memorable activity, Riley. What's one activity that you really got excited about participating in?
This might not necessarily be an activity, but I would definitely say the National Children's Trips. For example, I got to go to Birmingham, Alabama, where we got to learn about the Children's March and walk in the footsteps of the people who fought for our civil rights. And we also got to go to Black Wall Street and learn about all of the entrepreneurs in Black-owned businesses. And they were both insightful opportunities where I learned a lot about history that I may have not been able to learn in other places.
Wow, that's like powerful.
Yeah, Birmingham, Alabama, and then Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Wow. So now you're celebrating 40 years of service. And I think it's so appropriate we go back to our chapter president. Well, first, I think we'll start with you, Dr. Wood. Did you imagine, what was it like starting out, some of the joys and tribulations about starting a chapter and becoming a chapter in '84?
Right. It was a challenge because I had not lived in Prince William County that long, and most of the activities that I participated in were outside of the county. So when the Alexandria Mount Vernon chapter members suggested that I start a chapter in Prince William County, then I did not know many people. Actually, I knew only 2. But the word got out that there might be a Jack and Jill chapter in Prince William County. And so at the first meeting, we had 10. And then Marguerite Cooper, the charter member of Alexandria Mount Vernon, attended that meeting. And that was September the 8th, 1981. And then the next month, we had our second meeting, October the 24th. We had 47 mothers. Wow. And they all met in my home. And it was just wonderful because it gave me an opportunity to get to know more people in Prince William County. And during that time, because I belonged to a church in Alexandria, I changed my membership to a local church in Prince William County. Wow. So that gave me an opportunity to meet other mothers as well. Beautiful. So I really have been enjoying it and just setting up everything. Beautiful. And at that October meeting, we elected our officers. And I was elected as the first president, and Ingrid Paris-Hicklin was selected as the vice president. And so we did that for about a few years until after we were certified in the chapter. And then after I finished being the president, then Ingrid Paris-Hicklin was elected.
You're just telling all my business.
Yes, she was elected as the second president. And so it was just really exciting because I got an opportunity from knowing only two persons and having direct contact, you know, with them in Prince William County to knowing lots of people, and lots of families from, you know, with children in all age groups.
It's beautiful what you're sharing. Alene, I just get, my heart sings whenever I get a chance to see the activities and programs that you're doing. Because as Dr. Wood just said, it was like from 10, and now, what is one of the largest events that you've had I've seen some of these pictures, and we're showing these pictures. And
so recently we had our Black Family Day, which commemorated our 40th anniversary, and we had over 150 people. And you're talking about being the first and second president. I'm the 19th, and so that's the foundation that you all have, you know, have started. And just to see, you know, people that start off as babies and children, and they come back as, you know, adults and, you know, with graduate degrees and professionals and things, and just that synergy that continues to move forward is a really beautiful thing. And then, like I say, the programming, just the opportunities that you would never experience other. So one of my favorite programs that we did, we had Aviation Day, and the children got to learn everything about flight, but they actually, you know, they got to actually go in Cessnas and fly with African American pilots, and you know, that's just something very special. And those are types of things and experiences that Jack and Jill can create with its affiliations with outstanding, dedicated families.
Oh, and you know, it makes you feel so good that that's what's happening. So when you tell your friends you're going to a Jack and Jill event, you know, do they ever ask you, well, what's Jack and Jill?
Yes, I will say most
and
of
what do you tell them?
I will say most of my friends haven't heard of Jack and Jill, just because of the area I live in. But I just tell them that it's an organization led by African American mothers to like help Black children and like help them get further in life, like inspiring the new generation of leaders.
Ooh, inspiring the new generation of leaders.
Wonderful.
Oh, okay. Definitely you have the job as spokesperson because you're wonderful. So, I think about the impact of the organization. Dr. Wood, we'll start with you. What has been the impact of the organization to children that you've seen have gone through Jack and Jill?
Well, for one thing, you know, the Jack and Jill activities are centered around the different age groups. But then there are certain activities that we've had through the years where we could invite guests. We've taken the college tour. We have had not just Jack and Jill children, but other children in the community to participate in our art show, and where their artwork was actually distributed and set up in the county building. And also there have been lots of activities that we've done through the years, you know, with the trips, the college tours, you know, so that, you know, there are lots of them. And then when I planned those activities, I didn't just include the Jack and Jill children. We invited other children as well. And one thing that I really appreciate would be the community service activities that we've done through the years. You know, where we help families. We adopted a grandmother. We also, I did a presentation at the Juvenile Detention Center, and then the artwork of those residents there were posted, throughout the county. So we've done a lot of community service activities, through the years.
Right. And you're seeing the impact that Jack and Jill has, Alene. What do you see? Is there a change in children? Can you tell it? Someone said to me, and I'm not making this up, a few weeks ago they said, I was on a cruise and there was these children who were very focused and very well behaved, and I couldn't figure out who they were. And then she said, and I found out they were from Jack and Jill.
And so Jack and Jill, we make sure that we invest in our children. And so, for example, our chapter has the Gavel Club, which is an affiliation of Toastmasters International. When they start in the 3rd grade, they're starting to learn how to present, public speaking, listening, debate, and those things. We are starting a financial literacy club this year. We also do a lot of things with etiquette and just trying to make sure the children have a round, well experience and exposure, so when they become young adults, they're prepared. The teen group, have their own executive board and their own committee chairs and their own structure where they have their own meetings, and so they're getting opportunity to have leadership skills. And so what I would say is Jack and Jill makes an intentional effort to try to expose children to various opportunities. Those that have natural, they can excel, and those that need help, they have a safe place to get that additional enrichment so they can become competent. And so I really appreciate that with Jack and Jill. You have an idea, you can do it, you can invest in it, and if children may like, well, I don't know if this is a value, it's okay, because you'll be there with 15 other friends and 15 other mothers who agree that it's a good idea.
Absolutely.
And over time, you may
Absolutely.
understand why it's important. So I like
that.
I like that.
I love that.
Right.
Now, we touched a little bit, you started off about the 40th anniversary and gave us the background. I also, of course, as an associate, I see how you're doing different things, and it's wonderful. And you have something that, I guess, did you introduce it, but it's called Level Up, and I just love that slogan. Can you tell us, what does that mean?
So Level Up is sort of our motto and mentality and how we're going to continue and take us to the next level. So we have leadership, we have engagement, we have elevation, we have vision, and making sure that we're all maybe looking in the same direction, right? We have expectation of excellence in everything, and then we also have leaning in love, because if we start with love, right, we will always be successful. And so it's just to make sure there's a space and place for every mother, father, child, and teen to do their best, but in a intentional, safe space. And so for Level Up, it's everybody, they say rising tides, rise all ships, to everybody together have the opportunity to do their best.
Wow, that's beautiful. And I think that that's the real, whole thing, because you're, intentional, and I love it, with love.
Yeah, and then the up part is upfront understanding, so that's transparency, so making sure everybody feels safe. And then P is I guess maybe the most important, is purposeful power, because we all have gifts and talents and things that we can share, even the littles, the tiny tots, they have their own gifts and talents, and so just to provide that opportunity for everyone.
So how does that translate to you, Riley, as a participant?
Well, I will say, by being in Jack and Jill, just by seeing all the opportunities and seeing what everyone's do, it's definitely helped encourage me to become a better leader. And through serving in different positions and doing Gavel Club and community service, I have become a stronger overall leader, and I've learned how to look at everyone's different perspectives and experiences to become a better leader and to work with everyone no matter what.
Wow. Wonderful. Yeah, that's wonderful. I just love what you're saying with that. So, 40th anniversary, what was the high point, the highlight of the 40th anniversary? Alene? Okay,
so the highlight of the 40th anniversary was our Black Family Day. And we determined last year under Media Past President Nicole Jackson Williams and Chair Shanchasity Young and Yvonne Ferguson that we were going to raise scholarships. We weren't quite sure how it was going to look like, but over the course of this year, we raised $30,000, in which $16,000 went to do $4,000 scholarships named after fantastic, phenomenal, outstanding Associate Jewels, two which are here with us today. And I would say that's the highlight, to give back to the community.
Yes.
But in addition, we gave $8,000 to Jack and Jill Foundation. We gave money to AGS. We gave money to the Marine Corps Museum and other things, right? And then we did other things, like we did a blood drive, and that's not something that's really kind of common in our community, but we made say we're going to do this, and we gave 40 units of blood, and we had a lot of first-time donors, and just try to force ourselves to go into spaces we may not be as comfortable with. But all through the year we did different acts of service, but the highlight for sure was raising the money for the scholarships and awarding it to the wonderful 4 young ladies who are going out to fantastic college and university, and it just coming together and say, wow, we're still here, we're vibrant, we're beautiful, and we're strong, and we're ready for the future 40 years later.
40 years later. What was it like participating in those types of activities?
Unfortunately, I was unable to attend Black Family Day, but I've heard about the impact and amazing experience everyone has had.
Wonderful, wonderful. And I think that's what it's really about, the impact that's making. So, what do you want people to remember from your interview?
Although the mothers hold the membership in Jack and Jill, I would like for the people to remember that it is a family organization, and that the fathers, mothers, and children work together for not just their children, but other children throughout the community.
Wonderful, that's beautiful, thank you. And Chapter President Alene Devereaux, what do you want people to remember?
Let people know that Prince William County is here to serve. We are ready, we're available, and we're ready to partner and continue to serve for another 40 years.
It gives me chills. And Riley, your daughter, Devereaux, what would you want people to remember from this interview?
To just be open to embracing the different possibilities and opportunities that come with different types of organizations, particularly Jack and Jill, of course.
I love it. It's so fantastic. It really is. So where can we get more information on Jack and Jill?
You can find us on the web at PWC Jack and Jill. We're also on Instagram and in Facebook. Just Google Prince William County, Virginia, and we will pop up.
And you'll pop. I love that aspect of it. So when you think about it, it's the opportunities that you're presenting to the community. And I think that also you're working really very hard in terms of technology. And I know we have only 1 minute, but technology, has that really impacted the organization? Have you used technology?
Oh, yes, in a very good way. We use it to communicate all the time, to digitize our things, to advertise, to connect with people in places far away. So technology has been a great benefit, and also to connect with children these days. We have to be in tune and embrace technology, and Jack and Jill make sure that we do that.
I think that's really very key, because that's stepping forward. I tell you, do you enjoy the technology aspect of it?
I mean, I always use technology, so maybe I didn't necessarily notice like a particular difference, but just because how we do it nowadays. So.
Right. And Dr. Wood, did they have technology back in our time? I think that's a big no.
No,
it's a big no.
But I use a lot of it now.
But you use a lot of it now, and I think that that's key. Well, I just have to thank each one of you for being on this show. I mean, because you're telling the story of Jack and Jill and service to Prince William County, Virginia. That's powerful, 40 years. What's the secret sauce? Do you all know what the secret sauce is? What is it?
We'll say love.
Oh, it's love. What a perfect way to end the show. Well, thank you. Alene Devereaux, Dr. Wood, and Riley Devereaux. Such a pleasure having you here on Ingrid's World and talking about life-changing programs offered over 40 years in Prince William County, Virginia through Jack and Jill of America. Congratulations on your success. My inspirational quote is from Dr. Francis Kearney Wood. Do as much as you can for as many as you can for as long as you can. Wonderful words to live by. I hope you enjoyed this show as much as I did in producing it. Remember to connect with me on Facebook at Ingrid's World, or follow the show at Ingrid's World VA in X and Instagram. And use Ingrid's World to find information on many subjects at Ingrid's World LLC YouTube channel and ingridsworld.org. Thanks for watching.